so many more. We just like saw very few, right? Anything else? Somebody was saying something, or you? Pardon? Kuchela, yes, that is Sudama, right? Yeah, same actually, but they're different names for the same person. But beautiful, such an inspiring person. Yeah. Okay, so now, when the Lord, with all his associates, who actually, in which yuga did Krishna come? History question now. Dwapara Yuga, right? Now then Kali Yuga, are we supposed to be not having Krishna coming? He came, and he came with the same setup, okay? He came with the same setup, same people, but different appearance, different mood. So when he came down, Krishna came down in the mood of Srimati Radha, because he is like, now mom and dad together in one person, okay? So he comes down with the love that Radha carries for everyone who's connected with Krishna, okay? So the same person above Krishna and with associates come down as Sri Krishna Chaitanya and all of his associates. So one such associate, we just spoke only about last 4 weeks. So there are so many. And they're so beautiful to know their interactions. Sometimes they're very joking. Sometimes they're very, chivalrous. Yes? Gambira, yeah, grave. So there's so many different is that what you meant by Gambira, Prabhu? Grave, yeah. So there is so many different variety of relationships we can have with Krishna or God. So to just show this very practically, he came down as Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And they lived here in this world just 500 years ago. We are not too, we are not so far removed from Krishna actually. Because if you think Dwapara Yuga and Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, it's all like, it feels like history. But now in Kali Yuga, not even waiting for the end of the Yuga. Usually there is Sandhi, there is a junction period when Lord comes to set things right? But here, he just came to just be with us and see everybody and then give what he wanted to give at a very practical level. So such a personality is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And why we have been focusing on him and his associates for the last 4 weeks was because his birthday is coming next Monday. What a wonderful thing. We can celebrate God's birthday. Cake cutting, everything, right? That's the intimacy that we carry, each of us, with Krishna. So he came down, and so next week is his birthday. Not only that, when the new temple opens, you must be here. No matter what happens around the world, just don't miss it. This is like once happening, and it's not just opening of a building, ribbon cutting. It's the lordships who they are on the picture up there, Radha Shamasundar, they're going to physically manifest as deities. Okay? So it's amazing how they are invited, how to relate with them. That whole ceremony happens over 3 days. And along with Radha Shamasundar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to come. So therefore, we have been really focused on trying to resonate with Lord Chaitanya, even if we don't know too much about him, even if all these names, Shivananda Sen, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, all these names are so foreign to us, we still wanted to hear. So that's the reason behind this series. Okay? So now one such personality was, I won't tell the name. So one of the personalities who was very learned. Any PhDs here? Doctorate? Oh yeah, I mean, we have 2 of them right there. Anybody else? Like, okay, I'm just asking PhDs, but you don't even have to hold a degree. Do you have a mindset of a PhD sometimes? Like in your kitchen, mothers, what a PhD. You have to know how precisely you have to put this much salt, this much turmeric, this much, and then preparation comes out, right? So raising children, isn't it a PhD? My goodness, and you don't have to hold a degree. It automatically your PhDs, doctorates, right? So the reason why I asked was, similar to all of you here, there was one devotee in Kali Yuga who was PhD by his practice. He was not holding a degree from any university, but he was such a intellectual person. He could just, you go with an argument, he will give at least 50 statements from scriptures to solidify your faith or destroy your faith. He can do both, okay? He was so powerful. So such a person who was like walking with this degree, multiple PhDs in his personality, one day saw this young 24-year-old monk, right, who looked so effulgent, and effulgent like a freshly made butter, Navanita, freshly made butter, okay? I don't know how butter is effulgent, but maybe we just don't know how actual butter looks like anymore. It's all frozen and stuff like that, so we don't know. So, so freshly made butter has radiance, it seems. Cow butter. So, so the same way he had that effulgence. And then he had this smile which would never end in his, even when he was crying, it appeared like he was smiling. Okay? Navahasya. Every time he will induce new kinds of laughter to everyone, in everyone who surrounds him. So he was such a person, monk, who was walking in the streets. And then this PhD devotee, who was multiple PhD devotee, comes across this person who is dancing around. In 24 years old, what do you expect your kid to do? Go to college? Right? I mean, or at least do some party. If you either study or go have fun or do something that, that's from parents' expectations, they have to go to probably college and work and settle down and, slowly get married. This is the whole deal. Or from kids, or 24 is not kid anymore, but just say for the sake of it. From the child's perspective, or the young adult's perspective, what do they want to do? They want to party. They want to just be like... But this 24-year-old monk walking in the streets, dancing and singing alone. And then this person, PhD devotee, sees, and he feels what's going on here. He seems to be a little gone out, not with it or something. What happened to him, But then still he was very attractive. So then, after associating with this monk, this doctorate devotee his heart became like, it melted like butter now. And then he composed a lot of songs and a lot of verses about this monk and how he was. This monk is none other than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this doctor devotee is, anybody, any guesses? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So some of us know from the pages of the scriptures. So we are going to sing something that he wrote. So we are relating with the PhD material here, okay? But at the same time, very sweet, that connects to us. So we are going to sing this bhajan right now. And I will need some help here, I think. 1 second. We have time. Okay, can you come here? Somebody, maybe this side, it's connected. You can keep here. Okay, setting up. I have to see also. So the way it will go is, I'll sing the first, I'll sing the whole verse and you sing after me. Because the first time we are going to sing together. नवगौरवरं नवपुष्पसरं नवभावदरं नवलास्यपरम् नवहास्यकरं नवहेमवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं नवहास्यकरं नवहेमवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं नवप्रेमयुतं नवनीतसुचं नववेशकृतं नवप्रेमरसम् नवदाविलसात् शुभप्रेममयम् अमि सचीसुतगौरवरं नवदाविलसात् शुभप्रेममयं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं हरिभक्तिधरम् भक्तिपरं हरिनामधरं करजाप्यकरं हरिनामपरं नयने सततं प्रणयाश्रुधरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं नयने सततं सततं जनिता भवतापकरं परमार्थपरायणलोकगतिं सततं नवलेहकरं नवलेहकरं जगतापहरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम् निजभक्तिकरं प्रियचारुतरं नटनर्तननागरराजकुलम् कुलकामिनी मानसलास्यकरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम् करतालवलं कलकण्ठरवं मृदुवाद्यसुवीणिकया मधुरम् निजभक्तिगुणावृतनाट्यकरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम् Jagadharmayutam Punarnandasutam Dharani Suchitram Bhava Bhavachitam. Tanu dhyana chitam nijavasayutam pranamami Saci-Sutasthakam. Arunam nayanam charanam vasanam vadane skalitam svakanamadharam. Kurute surasam jagata jivanam pranamami Saci-Sutasthakam. 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 Saci-Sutasthakam. Beautiful bhajan, right? It's such a eloquent series of words, actually, sequentially put like a garland. When you have right kind of flower, right color, right size, it forms a nice garland. Same way, our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, it's not because of his erudition he could do this. It's because of his attraction and love he could make such a wonderful garland, right? Yeah. So now I just want to go through some of these verses because it takes more deeper place in our heart when we know at least a glimpse of the meaning, right? We're not going to read, but we're just going to go through. So, Nava Gauravaram. Gauravaram means, Gaura means gold. So, he has the bodily hue of, like golden bodily hue, right? Nava Pushpa Saram. Pushpa means flower. Saram is a string, we can say. But here in this context, he is like a Cupid who keeps on shooting arrows of flowers of love of God on everybody. Nava Pushpa Saram. That too, every time new flowers. Okay? Fresh. So Nava Bhavadaram. Bhava means emotion, right? Heart, like feelings. And we can say, I love somebody, but then every time the love that one experiences is new. That is not found in this material world. It's very hard, right? But what Lord Chaitanya hopes to give us if we want to take it, is Nava Bhavadaram, freshness in our mood of love for Krishna, or freshness in our worship, freshness in our sadhana, freshness in our day-to-day connection with God. That's what he wants to give. Nava Bhavadaram. And Nava Lasya Param. He is just like very, he dances in new ways every time. Okay? Do we know any God who dances? He is the dancing Lord. So we call him dancing Lord. Okay? So now, Navahasya Karam. So we may smile, we may laugh, we may have good times. But every time the smile that he brings in the face of his devotees has new emotion of joy. Newer, every time it's fresh emotion of joy. It's not like one of those jokes that we keep hearing and we just forced to laugh ourselves. Sometimes we have to laugh when somebody cracks a joke. Sometimes we may feel obliged and we laugh, but with Lord Chaitanya, actually he gives the joy that we want to smile. It's not a plastic smile anymore in the faces of people when he is with us, right? Pranamami Saci-Sutasthakam. So this such a beautiful Lord who can give so much, I give myself to him. Pranamami is I worship, I surrender, all these things. But in a cumulative way, it is give ourselves, right? Nava prema yutam, nava nita sucham, nava vesha kritam, nava prema rasam. So again, nava prema yutam. Every time he himself, his love keeps expanding. Every time it's fresh and new. Okay, Navanita Sucham. Navanita Sucham. This is what we said. Navanita means butter, freshly churned butter. So Navanita Sucham, the radiance of a freshly churned butter, that's what his radiance is like. Okay. And Nava Vesha Kritam, Nava Prema Rasam. Nava Vesha Kritam means he is decorated every time. We know that Krishna wears yellow color, Lord Chaitanya wears yellow. But even if he wears the same yellow every day, he looks fresh. See, he wears actually fresh, but he looks fresh no matter, what he wears. Okay. So Nava Vesha Kritam, Nava Prema Rasam. Again, he holds ever new mellows of love, right? Navada Vilasat Shubha Premamayam. Navada Vilasat means he shines. Ninefold practices. There were ninefold devotional service, right? Navavida Bhakti. Some of us may know what they are hearing about Krishna or hearing about Lord Chaitanya. Chanting, Kirtan, remembering the Lord, Smaranam, then Pada Sevanam, right? Worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord. And then Vandanam, offering prayers, Archanam, deity worship, worshipping, offering an apple or some milk every day to Krishna. Okay? It doesn't have to be just apple, any nice fruits. Okay? Anyway, so like that there are 9 processes of devotional service. And when Lord Chaitanya teaches that to us, it becomes fresh. Even though it's just same old 9, we are same hearing, chanting, remembering. It after a point, anything that we do repeatedly, we tend to become a little like a routine. But when we connect to Lord Chaitanya, even if we do the same old thing, it becomes fresh. So Navada Vilasat Shubha Premamayam, because it's imbued with love. Pranamami Saci-Suta Gaura Varam. Then Hari Bhakti Param, Hari Nama Dharam. Hari Bhakti Param. So he is absorbed in this Hari Bhakti, even though he is Krishna himself, but in the mood of Radha. So therefore, what is Radha absorbed in? Love for Krishna. So here Lord Chaitanya is absorbed in love for Krishna. Hari Nama Dharam. Now we know many names like Muralidhar means one who holds Murali, right? And then Shankadhari means one who holds the conch shell. So here he holds, what does he hold? Harinama Dharam. He holds Harinama. What a beautiful way to write even something, right? Harinama Dharam. And how does he hold it? Kara Japya Karam, Harinama Param. Kara means hand. He constantly chants on his beads Does Krishna have to hold a bead? He can't do mind math or something like that, but he still holds a bead and he chants. So that's how he holds on to Harinama, right? To such a Lord, we offer our obeisances and love. Now, this one is really nice. Satatam. Satatam means all the time, constantly, right? So, Satatam, what's in his thoughts all the time? Other than, love of God. But then there is something else that's in his thoughts. Janata bhava tapa haram. He wants to remove the suffering of people. That's what is consuming his heart, along with love of God, right? Love for Krishna. And he knows how to remove the suffering. It's not like he's just thinking. We also may want to remove suffering of the world, right? Many times we feel like, I don't want people to have wars. I don't want this calamity to happen. I really want to help them. We genuinely want to do something. But here, he knows and he can do it. He just doesn't only imagine and plan, but he executes. So Satatam, always, Janata Bhava Tapaharam. He wants to remove the material existence of mankind. Paramartha Parayana Lokagatim. Therefore, because he is the only one who is thinking actually to remove our suffering, to remove our material existence. Therefore, he is the goal of our lives. Paramartha, he is the goal for everybody, the whole creation. He is the gati. Not out of just sentimental fantasy. It's because he cares. So we love. It's not like we are just going and trying to love somebody who doesn't care about us. He cares. So the love automatically is a reciprocation, right? Nava leha karam jagat tapaharam. Nava leha karam actually is who he makes us, or he inspires us to become like honeybees. What does honeybee do all the time? And then keep on collecting honey, right? Honeybee goes to a trash can? No. So he makes us like honeybees with tapa. We become like hankering after Krishna. So if we lose taste sometime when we are practicing, if we feel like it's all blunt and I don't know why I'm doing this kind of a feeling, then this verse will help. Nava lehakaram jagat tapaharam. He has the ability to make us like honeybees. Such a Lord, I offer myself to you. And then, Nija Bhaktikaram, Priya Charutaram, Nata Nartana Nagara Rajakulam. So, Nija Bhaktikaram, so he induces Nija Bhakti, not mixed Bhakti. Nija, true devotional service will arise in our heart, right? And then, Nata Nartana Nagara Rajakulam. He goes on dancing, Nata Nartana, right? And when he dances, who does he remind? People who are seeing, who do they remember? Rajakulam. He didn't take birth in Rajakulam. He reminds us of Brajendra Nandana, the son of King Nanda, that is Krishna. So even though he is dancing like in a monk, attire, he reminds one of Rajakula, Krishna. Kula Kamini Manasa Lasyakaram. He is a sannyasi, okay? In this particular avatar or incarnation, he came as a monk. But Krishna, even if he comes as a monk, he can attract Kula Kamini Manasa Lasyakaram. All the ladies, they get attracted to him. Not in this worldly way. We need to remember that. So it's fortunate, ladies, we are easily attracted to Lord Chaitanya. I'm not leaving you alone, I'm just saying. So Kula Kamini Manasa Lasyakaram, to such a beautiful person, because he attracts the insides of us, not just, the outside. So such a person, I offer myself. Then Karathalavalam, Kalakantaravam. Karathalavalam, we didn't play kartals today when we did the kirtan. There is hand cymbals where we can play along with mridanga. So he plays kartals. Kalakanta Ravam. His voice is like, it can capture anybody. It's so sweet, right? Kalakanta, soft but sweet. And then mridu vadya. There are other instruments are being played. And then one of them is suvinikaya. Veena is being played in the kirtan. Okay? Madhuram. So therefore it becomes even more sweet. And through this, what does he want to give? What does he want to make us do? Natyakaram. He wants to induce everybody to get up and dance. Okay? It's not like you go stand like this forever in front of, we dance. Open our hands, raise our hands, and we dance. And that dance, this word is very, very nice, beautifully written. Nija bhakti guna avrita natyakaram. Avrita means covered. Okay? So, in this natya, in the exhibition of this natya, what else is covered inside the devotee who is dancing? Nija bhakti guna. I mean, every step that a person who is attracted to Lord Chaitanya takes, they are inside of them, what is hidden is bhakti and guna, qualities of devotion. And then they dance. So that's why even when sometimes we dance, we don't know any steps, we just jump up and down, it's still good. It's still attractive to Krishna. Because inside is very different. Nija bhakti guna avrita natyakaram. To such a Lord, Saci-Suta Gauravaram, I offer my obeisances. Then just last couple of verses. Yuga dharma yutam punar nanda sutam. Punar Nanda Sutam. Why did he come back again? Nanda Suta, Krishna. Why did he come back? To give Yuga Dharma. Dharani Suchitram. So he made this earth planet wonderful by just appearing. Dharani Suchitram. And this one is also very, very nice word put by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Bhava Bhava Uchitam. What is Bhava? Material existence. Cycle of birth and death. Right? In one sense, in practical sense, a 9-to-4 job, very less sleep, to-go boxes for food, and grab and go, or Swiggy, or whatever else, Uber Eats, or something else. So there's practically no time for anything. That's how many of us feel, and many people out there feel, right? That is samsara. He gives the bhakti process which can be practically done in between all this. So bhava bhava uchitam. Uchitam means suitable. Suitable. So that it's suitable for us. So if we feel like I can't do it, we may have to become creative. How is it suitable? If Lord Chaitanya tells it's suitable, why am I thinking it's not suitable? There is something. So he came to make it suitable for us. Bhava bhava uchitam. Tanu dhyana chitam nijavasayutam. So he constantly meditates. His body, his consciousness, everything is with Krishna. Such a person, I offer my obeisances. Then the last verse of this. Arunam nayanam charanam vasanam. Vadane skalitam svakanaamadharam. Kurute surasam jagata jivanam. Pranamami Saci-Suta Gauravaram. Well, we can elaborate on this, but I just want to say one thing from this verse. Kurute surasam jagata jivanam. He awakens life in us. That's what it means. We all are living, but he makes us lively. He makes a person lively. Lively means we are not just existing, we are actually living life, right? So there's a difference between just surviving, existing, and living. So he makes us lively. So that person, Jagata Jivanam, he does it to everybody. He gives life. So such a person we take shelter of. So Pranamami Saci-Suta Gauravaram. This is the beautiful bhajan. Now, this bhajan is very, very like just a glimpse about Lord Chaitanya, right? It's just like you have a pot of nectar. We just got like one drop. And that one drop is not enough because we deserve more. Just by our being living entities, we deserve more. Okay? Only in this sense we can feel proud about ourselves that we actually deserve more. deserve more bhakti, we deserve more taste, we deserve more nectar, sweetness, Lord Chaitanya, right? So we want to love him more. If we want to love somebody, we want to know about them a little bit. And then as we know about them more and more, we fall in love with them more. I mean, ideally, that's how it's supposed to be. We fall in love with them more and more, right? So this personality, to know more, I mean, we have to know more to love more. So therefore, I just have 2 quotes that you would really appreciate. This is from Skanda Purana, not from just our regular, books that we probably know. A person who is engaged in reading literature, enunciating the cultivation of devotional service, is always glorious in human society. So all we need to do is just to read. Understood. We don't have so much time. So Skanda Purana says, a person who very carefully keeps such literature at home and offer respectful obeisances to it, becomes freed from all sinful reactions, ultimately becomes worshipable by the devatas. Who is worshipable by the devatas? The supreme, right? So by just keeping the literature at home, not even reading it, just keep. Don't even open the cover. Every day just take darshan. I say, Hare Krishna. Even if we do that much, there is so much potency. Okay? Why? Because inside the book, who is there? Who else? Lord Chaitanya. Who else? So many devotees. So when they are there, automatically we keep them at home and, so we become also an associate now, right? So we have a few programs, No More to Love More programs, okay? So anybody who wants to join this, downstairs as you go to the Prashadam hall, there is a table with books. You can just contact them. This is not like for your entire lifetime we are going to do this program. This is only for a weekend because next Monday is Lord Chaitanya's birthday. So there's 24 hours reading about Lord Chaitanya. That's coming up next weekend, Saturday, Sunday. You don't have to sit and read 24 hours, but you can put on your headphones and hear if you cannot read. Okay? And it's not going to be 24 continuous hours that you don't sleep at all. It'll be divided. Okay? All right. And then other than that, there's 2 hours a day reading every day for 1 week, just 1 week, to get a glimpse into Chaitanya Charitamrita. Or you just read at your pace. We just want to read. So read at your pace. So get equipped. Downstairs there's the book table. Take at least 1 set of Chaitanya Charitamrita today. Take at least 1 set. If you cannot take more, we totally understand. But just take at least 1 set. And 1 set is just 9 books. How many books have we not read in our college, school? There's only 9 books, okay? And it's just biography. It's not even philosophy. So just take. Okay, if you don't have time to read at your own pace, it's okay. Just keep it. Always better than nothing. So with that, we will pause here until next Sunday, where we will hear some more about Lord Chaitanya, because it's the day before Gaura Purnima, okay? Thank you very much, devotees. We hope that you keep coming and you bring more and more and more people towards Krishna. And please take a Chaitanya Charitamrita set. If you have one, take 1 more. If you don't have one, take at least 1. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Is it this or this? What is causing this problem? I need to come there. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shatarupa. She said a lot of things about Chaitanya Charitamrita. She said either read it or just keep it or something like that. Is that what you said? Yeah. So I would say something about it. Chaitanya Charitamrita is such a amazing um, uh, compilation that there is no book compared to Chaitanya Charitamrita. So she mentioned that we are going to have Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's deity installed in our new temple. And the extraordinary mercy that Lord Chaitanya carries in our life, there is no way I can overemphasize that, because Lord Chaitanya, to understand Lord Chaitanya is not that easy. Shatarupa started the class glorifying the devotees associated with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And she showed a picture of Srimati Radharani here. And then she went on talking various things. In the beginning of our devotional life, it is always like I have heard people asking questions. Can somebody shut that thing down? I don't know, something is doing. I don't know which way I have to go. Which way I have to go to stop this back? So, I still remember when I was very new to Krishna consciousness, many times I have heard people asking this question: should I worship Krishna or should I worship Radha? And I don't worship Radha, that particularly Radharani is not, I'm not so familiar. Or should I worship Lord Chaitanya? Or is it Guru who I should be worshipping? Or who I should be keeping in my mind? This tells us that when we begin our devotional life, there is so much of this type of thought in our mind. But it is so simple when you understand the basic principles of devotional life. There is no way one can approach Krishna without the mercy of Guru. There is no way one can approach Krishna without the mercy of Srimati Radharani. And Krishna comes, Radha and Krishna combined, they come as Lord Chaitanya in this age of Kali Yuga in a human form. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is experiencing the severe pangs of separation that Srimati Radharani felt towards Krishna. And this is not any ordinary pain we are talking about. This is pain beyond belief, that we can understand some body pain or fever or throat pain or COVID or some one of those things. But the pain that Srimati Radharani is able to undergo, constantly thinking about Krishna, is something no one in this whole creation can understand. Krishna himself couldn't understand that, and therefore he came as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in human form. And that is who Lord Chaitanya is. And he was constantly in this feeling of separation from Krishna. And that pain is something which none of us can understand. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is a book where you can at least begin to understand what is the tattva behind Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is so important for any one of us who are practicing devotional life. And we are going to invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on our altar in our new temple. Every single person, I know all of you are devotees, different categories of people, but you are all here because you worship Radha and Krishna. It's so important for every one of you to understand who Lord Chaitanya is. And Lord Chaitanya's appearance day is coming next week, Monday. And therefore, I would say it is a must that you receive a Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Don't just keep it there, read it. Seriously, keeping a book there, I don't know about that. I have to contradict her. So you not only, I'm really, really seriously, I'm telling you, keeping everybody's spiritual growth in mind. This is so important that you receive a copy of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, start reading it today on. And then you will see the transformation that is happening in your life. And without Lord Chaitanya, there is no progression in spiritual life. And that's for sure. I'm convinced about it at this point in my life. So since I'm the oldest person here, I guess I can say that with 100% assurance. So the book distribution, where are they sitting? The book table is down there. So those of you who don't have, please get it today. So today's Sunday Feast program is sponsored by Senthil Prabhu and Kamya Mataji, celebrating Lavina's 14th birthday. And this is a whole day program sponsorship. A special occasions, you can do this morning till evening. We will be, all the offerings that are made to their lordship is done in their name of this, the families who are sponsoring. And are they here today? Senthil Prabhu and Kamya Mataji. Mataji, please come and receive this. Thank you so much. Thank you. What is your name? Kamya, this is for you. Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, Lavina, your daughter, is she here? Lavina, all the best. Please come. Wish you all the best. Wish you all the best. Okay. Sunday Feast sponsorship is by Ravi and Yash Tyagi Prabhus. They are asking for the blessings of devotees on the occasion of the marriage anniversary of their parents, Prashant Tyagi and Kiran Mataji. Their marriage anniversary is special for me too, because I always remember Prashant and Kiran getting married and coming to Kishore Kishori. Wish you all the best. Prashant also over there. Okay. So next week there are no sponsors for Sunday Feast or the whole Sunday program. So if anyone has any special occasions, please feel free to contact Ramdas Prabhu, who is here. Thank you so much. I don't have any other announcements unless fundraising team or Shyam Prabhu or which is the truth. Which is the truth. We have $1 million needed. If anyone has it, please. Anything more you need? $1 million plus. I mean, I am fully with him because I know. I know that's what we need. Yeah, where is Megha is here? Megha? I thought I saw her coming in. Can you stand up, please? So that is our volunteer coordinator. I don't know, is Supriya here? She is not here. Okay, that's one is enough. So she is the volunteer coordinator. And you know that we are opening the temple, Akshaya Tritiya, which is the last week of April. And we need unlimited number of volunteers. In fact, I happened to see some kind of some organization. I know, St. Patrick's Day celebration. Those people were putting this information out saying that we need volunteers. You can do a little bit, you can do a little more, or whatever it is, come and join us. This is St. Patrick's Day organizers who are publicizing it like anything. We need to do something like that. We need each and every one of you here. And this again, I will tell you, we send internal communications in the temple, ITOGC group and all, but many of you may or may not be on it, I don't know. But one thing is for sure, if anyone want to do any service in this temple, that's how Srila Prabhupada built this institution. This is a service-oriented organization. So anyone who wants to do service, all you need to do is come and contact us and tell us what you want to do, where you want to do, when you want to do, how much you want to do, how less you want to do. It doesn't matter. It can be once in a month, once in a week, or whole month. In fact, there is one devotee here who is traveling all the way from Wisconsin coming here. His name is David. He comes here 4:30 in the morning to reach here by 4:30 in the morning. Probably I'm assuming he's starting to drive from Wisconsin 2 o'clock in the night. Otherwise, I don't know how he can reach here. But he stays here. He cleans this temple hall every day. He cleans everything here. He organizes things. I didn't ask him. I really did not ask him. I have asked all of you many, many, many times, please come and join us, whether it is construction, whether it is fundraising, whether it is sweeping the floor. We have invited you left, right, and center. But in case if somebody has felt left out, I did not personally ask you. I beg your forgiveness. I ask you now. This is not late. This is the beginning of this new temple. We need plenty of volunteers. If anybody want additional work, go ask Ruchira Mataji over there. Can you show your hand? She and there Sri Vallabha Prabhu, can you show your hand? They are planning the organization of the deity installation. And so they are looking for a lot of volunteers. Go and talk with them. You can make yourself available. And Megha Patel is overseeing the volunteer program. You be there. They will come in. You need to stand up. Otherwise, they won't know who you are. Yeah. And so she's the one. You can go to her also. And we really, really, really appreciate all your help. And please continue serving. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Today, Mataji didn't have the names for all the volunteers who did the cooking and cleaning services. They are Srikant Prabhu, part of cooking team, Gadadhar Prabhu, Megha Mataji, Bhumi Mataji, Lakshmi Mataji, Gayatri Mataji, Satya Mataji, and her mother. And also in cleaning team, we had Madhukar Prabhu, Mayank Prabhu, Amit Prabhu, Samir Prabhu, Tejas Prabhu, and Sandeep Patel Prabhu. Please give a big hand for all of them. And last not the least, since I have the mic, I can't afford not to ask. So I know some of you enjoy giving, but others will start enjoying when you start giving. So let's do that giving as a part of celebration, because there are so many people who wants to give, but the problem is that we are not asking them to give. So consider this as a really sense of urgency now, that we are just less than 2 months away. Can you imagine that within 2 months we will be doing this program exactly on that temple, right? So, but we need money, and it's not enough, there's not less. So my ask is right now, just knock the door, tell to the people. We are laying out the bricks around the temple, so anybody, extended community who wants to sponsor the bricks, it's good to give names so that before inauguration we can raise out the bricks. And likewise, there are several other opportunities available, so please see me. Again, we are not looking for all the big monies always, even the smaller donation do help. So please come forward, take this opportunity and do whatever you can. So thank you so much. With that, wonderful prasadam is waiting for you. Please take darshan and honor the prasadam. Hare Krishna.